Hey there, it's Sheryl, mental toughness coach, published author, speaker, and mother of a couple of great kids who are now high school and college Division I student athletes. Today, we're going to talk about one productivity tip to help teens gain a little more time. And also, parents, I know you are extremely busy, and so this tip can work for you as well. But in regards to teens, there are more and more distractions for them these days, and they have packed schedules. So a combination of these two things means that if they're not productive, meaning using their time efficiently, then their grades, their sleep, their athletics, and their free time are going to suffer. And you know, I talk about sleep all the time. That's the biggie, and we really do not want that really or any of those other things to suffer. So we're going to talk today about one productivity tip to help teens gain more time. And what that tip is, it's called time blocking. And now, time blocking, it's not going to be super complicated. So it's a fairly simple concept, but it's really not common practice. And it's also can be really challenging to be disciplined enough to make it into a habit. So again, it's not complicated, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. But it's scientific, and it's proven that if teens can use this one tip, it's going to help them gain some more time by working smarter and not having to work so long. So the first thing that they need to do is to choose what I call is choose a green monster, meaning choose the one thing first that is most important that they get done. And the reason why I call it a green monster is that it's usually the thing that teens don't want to do. So it might have to be something like studying those Spanish vocabulary words, or if they're a tennis player, it might be practicing serves when it's way more fun to actually play points. So they need to first pick what is most important for them to make progress with their sport or with school, and then commit a block of time. And this block of time ideally should be anywhere from 10 to 50 minutes, because anything more than a 50-minute block of time, there's going to be diminishing returns, meaning that it's very difficult, if not impossible, to be very focused after 50 minutes. That's 50. So they need to pick a project that is most important that they get done or to make progress. Then they need to choose a block of time that they can dedicate to that, and ideally, again, it would be somewhere between 20 and 50 minutes. And then next, they need to set a timer, and if they're going to use their smartphone, that's fine, but what is imperative that they do, and I cannot stress this enough, is they need to put it on airplane mode, because this needs to be undistracted time. So they can't be receiving Snapchats and texts and phone calls and all those different things. So if they are going to use their phone, again, it's okay. I know it's really challenging, at least it is in my household, to get that phone away from our teens. It's fine, but when they're doing these time blocks, all of their devices that they're using must be on airplane mode. And then also they need to set some boundaries, meaning they may have to let siblings, parents, or whoever they're with know that they're getting laser focus. It's really important that they get this thing done. And so they just have to be comfortable setting those boundaries for themselves. Now, again, it sounds very simple, and it is simple. It just doesn't mean that it's easy. Now, keep in mind that it's in science, based in research, about 2% of the population is good at multitasking. Now, I know that teens think that they are immune to this statistic, but unfortunately, they're not. Teens just are not good at multitasking, and I've seen it before with kids that I work with. I've seen it in my house before. You know, it's just very imperative that they do one thing, and they do one thing at a time. So it's not a great idea to have a friend on Skype while they're doing their homework unless they are doing a study group and it's very focused. but typically they need to have their phones away, they need to be on airplane mode, and they need to work in these blocks of time. And also, one other thing that's very important for time blocking is that teens need to set intentions. So when they figure out the biggest task that they need to do to make progress on, whether it's study for an exam or study vocabulary words, or if they're out practicing their sport, what do they need to make progress in? They need to set an intention. That means that when they sit down, they put their device in airplane, they set it for 50 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it's going to be, they set it, and then they set an intention for what they want to get done, and they can even think it or verbalize it even better to themselves. They might say something like, hey, Sheryl, in the next 20 minutes, you're going to master all 15 of these Spanish vocabulary words. So setting intentions is very important as well. Now, if you want to learn more about world-class productivity and how to create more time, how to work smarter and not harder, then please join me on Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be live on Facebook, so have your questions ready as well, because I'm going to be answering them. I'm also going to be teaching some more tips and some more content on how to have world-class productivity. And parents, these will be great tips for you as well. Also, if I can help you or your teen in any way, I'm now certified for high performance coaching for adults. I've been working with some adults and seeing some tremendous progress, and so that is pretty exciting too. So please do reach out to me if I can help you in high performance coaching, or if I can help your teen for mental toughness. I am here. I am always glad to have a 15-minute conversation with you and or your teen. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you live on Thursday for Facebook. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.